I miss Nightmare, and I appreciate your presence. Prepare for a collection of eerie tales. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Your engagement is vital for our growing channel. We're dedicated to offering new content every day. If you have story suggestions or specific themes you're interested in, please share them. Your input is invaluable as we strive to create content that resonates. Title: Whispers in the Woods. Forest, night a dense, eerie forest shrouded in fog. The full moon peeks through the tall, swaying trees, casting long shadows on the forest floor. A small, cozy campfire crackles in a clearing. Near the fire, a tent is pitched. This is where our story unfolds. Campfire, night. Jack 40s, rugged and protective, and his son, Alex 12, curious and adventurous, sit by the fire. Jack is cooking while Alex is roasting marshmallows. Jack: seriously remember, Alex, always stay close. These woods can be deceptive at night. Alex, rolling his eyes: I know, Dad. You've told me 100 times. Jack smiles, but his eyes betray a hint of worry. Forest. Night. Later. The fire has died down to embers. Jack and Alex are inside the tent, sleeping. The forest is silent, except for the occasional hoot of an owl. Suddenly a snap of a twig. Footsteps, slow and deliberate, approach the tent. Alex stirs, wakes up. He listens, hears the footsteps. His eyes widen in fear. Alex, whispering, Dad, I hear something outside. Jack wakes up immediately, listens. The footsteps stop. Stay here. I'll check it out. Jack quietly exits the tent, flashlight in hand. Campfire, night. Jack moves cautiously, scanning the darkness. The beam of his flashlight cuts through the fog. Suddenly, a figure dashes through the beam of light, too quick to identify. Jack, tense. Who's there? Show yourself. Silence. Then a whisper, chilling and close. Whisper, you shouldn't have come here. Jack spins around, flashlight searching. Nothing. Tent, night. Alex, terrified, clutches a pocket knife. The canvas of the tent trembles as if touched by an unseen hand. Please, Dad, be safe. Campfire night. Jack returns to the tent, trying to hide his concern. Jack, relieved. It's okay, Alex. Probably just an animal. Let's try to get some sleep, huh? They retreat into the tent. The forest falls silent once more. Tent. Night and light. Later. The sound of their breathing, steady in sleep. Then a shadow passes over the tent. A soft, sinister giggle fills the air. Forest. Dawn. The first light of dawn reveals the deserted campsite. The tent is torn open. The campfire cold. No sign of Jack or Alex. The camera pans up to the dense canopy as the giggle echoes again, fading into the whispering winds of the forest. Forest, dawn, the eerie calm of the morning after the disappearance. The torn tent flutters gently in the breeze. They only sound the distant call of a bird. Suddenly, the silence is broken by the sound of rustling leaves. Jack, disheveled and frantic, bursts from the tree line into the clearing. Campfire, dawn. Jack scans the area, panic in his eyes. He spots the torn tent, rushes over, desperate. Alex. Alex. He receives no response but the echo of his own voice. Forest, night. Jack is sneaking through the forest, flashlight in hand. Following the sinister giggle, he enters cautiously. Cabin, night. The cabin is dark, save for the moonlight, filtering through the cracks. Jack hears a noise behind him. Turns, but before he can react, he's struck on the head and falls to the ground, unconscious. Back to present. Campfire, dawn. Jack shakes off the memory, determination setting in. muttering to himself. I will find you, Alex. He notices footprints leading away from the campsite, small and hurried. They must be Alex's. Jack follows them into the forest. Forest day. Suddenly he stops. Ahead, Alex's jacket hangs from a branch, a silent marker. Jack. Voice cracking. Alex. No response. Jack picks up the pace, desperation fueling his steps. Deep forest. Day. The footprints lead to a clearing where an ancient, twisted tree stands. Beneath it, Alex is curled up, asleep or unconscious. It's unclear. A mysterious figure from before stands over him, back turned to Jack. Get away from him. The figure turns, revealing not a monster, but a woman, Mara 30s, wild-eyed and disheveled. Mara, pleading. You don't understand. I had to protect him. Jack pauses, confusion mixing with his anger. Deep forest. Day. Continuous. Mara explains, her voice a mix of madness and desperation. She speaks of a curse upon the forest, one that claims the souls of those who wander at night. She believes she was saving Alex from this fate by keeping him until daylight could cleanse him. Jack, skeptical. A curse? You expect me to believe that? Mara points towards Alex, who stirs and wakes. His eyes meet Jack's, filled with relief. Alex, Dad, I knew you'd find me. He looks at Mara, his expression softening. Jack, grateful yet wary. Thank you, but we're leaving. Now Mara nods, a sad understanding in her gaze. Forest, day. Jack and Alex, hand in hand, make their way out of the forest. Behind them, Mara watches, a solitary guardian of the deep woods and its secrets. As they emerge from the tree line, the forest seems to sigh, the whispering winds carrying a message of caution to those who would dare its depths again. Whispers in the woods. Part 3, edge of the forest. Day. Jack and Alex step into the sunlight, the forest behind them, dark and silent. They pause, looking back at the dense woods, the weight of their ordeal etched on their faces. Jack, relieved. It's over, Alex. Let's go home. Alex, looking back. But what about her, the lady who saved me? Jack looks back at the forest, conflicted. He knows they owe Mara their lives, yet the forest mystery remains unsolved. Its dangers real. Jack, softly. We'll get help. She shouldn't be alone out there. Local sheriff's office, day. Jack speaks with Sheriff Dawson 50s, a seasoned lawman with a deep knowledge of the area. Alex sits nearby, wrapped in a blanket, sipping hot cocoa. Jack, earnest. She's out there, Sheriff. She saved my son. We have to help her. Sheriff Dawson listens, his expression grave. He nods, understanding the urgency. Resolute. I know the woods better than anyone. And I know who you're talking about. Mara's been a mystery for years. If she's asking for help, then it's serious. We'll organize a search team immediately. Forest. Day later. A search team led by Sheriff Dawson and including Jack ventures into the forest. They move methodically, calling out for Mara. Deep forest, near the ancient tree. Day. Mara is not there, but they find signs of her recent presence. Suddenly, Dawson holds up his hand, signaling for silence. They hear faint whispers, not human, but part of the forest itself. Dawson exchanges a look with Jack, a mix of awe and fear. Sheriff Dawson, whispering, it's the forest speaking. We're close. Hidden glen, day. They find Mara in a hidden glen, surrounded by ancient stones, marked with strange symbols. She is in a trance. The team is cautious, sensing the power of the place. Sheriff Dawson. Mara, it's Dawson. We're here to help. Mara's eyes flutter open, focusing on the group. She smiles weakly, relieved but exhausted. Mara, weakly, but it's not over. I need to stay to finish it. Hidden glen, day. Continuous. Dawson nods, understanding the gravity of her task. He turns to the team. Sheriff Dawson, this forest is part of our community, and if there's a chance to end this curse, we take it. Jack steps forward, offering Mara a supportive hand. Jack, grateful. You saved my son? Mara accepts his hand, her resolve strengthened by their support. Forest. Sunset. The team sets up camp near the glen, ready to support Mara in her vigil. The forest around them is alive with sounds, but there's a sense of peace, a feeling that the darkness is receding as night falls. The team gathers around a campfire, watching the stars emerge. The forest whispers around them, no longer menacing, but welcoming. Forest. 1 year later. The forest is vibrant, the curse a distant memory. A plaque stands at the edge of the glen, commemorating Mara and the community's unity in protecting the woods. Jack and Alex, hand in hand, visit the plaque. They look into the forest, now a friend, not a foe. They smile, knowing the darkness has been replaced with light, thanks to the courage of one woman and the support of a community.